In today's video, I am going to be breaking down 5 amazing motion basketball plays that you can run with your team. Now, really quickly, if you want a deadly offense, make sure to go check out my complete guide to the 5-out offense. A lot of the plays I'm going to show you today are based out of 5-out, so it is definitely a great book to go check out and try and run some of those plays with your team. Now, let's get down and let's check out my top 5 motion offenses. Okay, so the first one is a very simple weave option. So we're going to have player 1 dribble to the right side. He could have also dribbled to the left as well. He's going to set up a dribble handoff with player 5, and player 5 is going to then start dribbling towards this left side. Player 1 will roll off, and of course, at this time, we're going to be having the option to pass player 1 the ball so that player 1 can score. If he is not an option, player 1 is going to continue his cut and player 2 is going to lift. And then player 1 will fill out to this corner. Player 5 is going to then dribble out towards this left side. He will then use player 4 will use player 5 as a screen, get that dribble handoff, and player 5 will then roll to the basket. Player 4 will then start dribbling towards this side. This is actually a fantastic play to be able to run if you're trying to waste time. Now, this is not the only option that we can have. So while player 4 is dribbling out towards this right side, we may also want to have player 2 set the off-ball screen for player 1, who will then use player 4 as the dribble handoff. Player 2 would then just fill out to the corner, or he could roll off towards the basket, and it could give player 4 another option to be able to pass to, but that would be very rare. Player 1 now coming off of essentially a staggered screen. He's going to be able to still look to be able to attack. He may be able to hit player 4 with a pass, or he can then go out and set the exact same dribble handoff on this side. Now, this side could do the exact same thing. They can set that off-ball screen. These guys will then reset, and because player 3 is using or setting that off-ball screen, player 5 will be using that screen, and we can do the exact same thing on this other side. I actually like this pin down version better, where player 2 in this case would be setting the pin down for player 4. We would then have this off-ball action and also an off-ball action happening over here, because there's always that option for player 5 to pass to player 4 as well. However, now coming off of that essentially a staggered screen, player 4 is going to have a lot of options. Now, that last play is essentially a 2-in-1. I gave you 2 different options for the exact same play, but it actually works extremely well. Now, this next play is going to have a lot of dribble handoffs. However, what we're going to have is player 1, if he starts dribbling towards this right side, player 5 is going to cut, and player 2 is going to then sprint towards the ball. Now, while player 1 was dribbling towards this right side, he's going to be looking at player 5 as a potential option because it's a backdoor cut, and it may be an easy layup. They're going to come together for that dribble handoff, and then we're going to have player 2 start to dribble out towards this left side. Player 1 is going to roll, and player 5 is going to be filling out, so that now player 2 may also have the option to pass to player 1. They're going to then fill out as fast as possible while player 2 continues to dribble towards this left side. Player 4 is going to then cut. He may be an option. However, player 3 is now going to come together, and they're going to do that dribble handoff. Player 4 is going to fill out. Player 2 rolls. Player 3 then uses that screen. Now, if you really wanted to confuse the other team and you've got some older players who can do a lot of things at once, we can set this down screen on player 1. He may be an option for the 3-point shot. If not, he's going to then cut through. Again, another option that we may have. But now we can run a set play out of this motion. Now, let's say player 1 is a fantastic shooter. He can have a symbol. He can call for a screen. Now, I haven't ran this specific play, but what I've seen a team run is this play out of a motion where after that off-ball cut, he calls for a screen. That means an elevator screen is coming. After this dribble handoff is set, 4 and 2 are going to come together. For an elevator screen, player 5 is going to dribble off, and player 1 is going to go between these two players. Now this is a set play out of a motion offense. We would be looking to pass player 1 the ball. Player 3 is still rolling to the basket. This could still be an option to pass to, but we would be looking to run this for the 3-point shot. Now a really good play that you could run as a set play, but this will turn into a motion, is this play right here, where we're going to start as a high 1-4. We're going to look to pass to player 5. Player 4 is going to set the, what I call a blind pig screen on player 1, and player 5 could look for player 1 for the pass. If he doesn't receive that pass, we're then going to have, after this screen, player 4 roll off and set the screen for player 2. Player 2 is going to receive that ball back from player 5, and we're going to have player 1 fill the high post. Now let's say player 2 passes to player 1. He is going to use player 5 as a back screen, and he's going to then cut to the basket. This would be a blind pig screen. If he's open, hit him for the pass. This can be a layup. If not, we are then going to have the off-ball screen for player 3. Player 3 gets that ball back. He could shoot the 3, of course. But now player 5 is out here, player 2 goes to the high post, and you can cycle through this. Now this is essentially a set play that I've turned into a motion because we're running the same sets over and over again. Now another great motion, I actually just recently broke this play down in another video, is a pass to player 5, and then we're going to pass to player 3 as fast as possible. We're going to now have player 1 in that low post, and we're going to have that pass over to player 1 as fast as possible. Weak side is going to cut, and player 2 is going to lift when that happens. If he's open, you got to hit him up with a pass. If not, he's going to clear out. Strong side wing cuts. If he's open, hit him up for a pass. If not, player 2 is going to sprint, and he's going to receive that pass out from player 1. Player 4 is going to then fill. 5 is going to fill, and player 1 is going to then fill out. This is going to be a quick swing, and player 4 is going to then go to the low post. We're going to try and get that entry pass into player 4. Weak side cut and lift. Strong side cut. And player 3 is then going to sprint around. We need to get that pass to player 3 as fast as possible. We can continue this play back and forth over this mid-line, and it becomes very successful. I hope that these plays help your team. Make sure to go check out my complete guide to the 5-out offense that is down in the description below. And, of course, hit that like button, subscribe, because I want to see you guys in my next video.